everyone, it's me, Jasmine again, and welcome to the best day of my life. Thank you so much for joining me in the live stream yesterday. I had such a wonderful time, and I absolutely love the fact that in my videos and in my live streams, I have like the same reoccurring people, and I love how you guys are recognizing each other and encouraging each other in your personal dreams and aspirations. That's exactly what I want for my life, and that's exactly what I make a conscious effort to do in my everyday life, to be encouraging for my friends and even for you guys, because I really think like there's enough room in this world for everything that you want to do. So I absolutely love when someone's not there at the chat, people are asking about them, or like Kurobi, we were asking for you, like where were you? No worries, I understand, like you're probably busy, don't worry. Yeah, I absolutely love the community that the live stream is making, and I love how you guys are being so encouraging for each other, and Sakura Rain coming to Japan. Thank you so much. Yeah, someone coined the phrase, I forgot who it was, sorry, but someone coined the phrase enlightizers, so I guess you guys are my enlightizers. But thank you so much for being so supportive of each other, because I think that's what the world needs. Moving into it, during the live stream, I realized that many people still do not understand how I came to live in Japan. I was living in Japan for free for 3 months, and then I left, and then I came back, and I was living for free again for an additional month. So what I'm going to say in this video is not necessarily specific to only Japan. You can probably use these tips for other countries as well. Before we start, I want to say that I have made a free infographic that includes all of this information that I'm going to say and so much more. I worked really hard on this infographic, and if there's something that you want me to add to it, I will. Please let me know if you have any questions about living in Japan. But I really worked hard on this, and I think it's really useful. Actually, during the live stream, there was a person who I met when he came to Japan. He said that he used my information, and I was like, I'm so grateful that, yeah, it's helpful. So please check out my free infographic. There is a link to it in the description box below. Let's get into it. The plane ticket is probably the most expensive thing that you're going to have to buy getting to Japan. But for that, I recommend setting price alerts with Google Flights, Skyscanner, Cheapo Air, Jetstar. I'm using my infographic, it's all here, guys. But I recommend setting price alerts and traveling to Japan when it's not peak season. During peak season, obviously everyone wants to come to Japan, maybe to see the cherry blossoms, or maybe there's like some events going on. So you want to avoid that, because that's when the plane tickets are going to be the most expensive. If you set a price alert with any of these companies, Skyscanner, Google Flights, Cheapo Air, Jetstar, then you will be alerted when a plane ticket has reached the price that you have set. So if you want to, I've seen plane tickets going for like $600 to Japan from New York. I also recommend traveling from a big city. When I was returning to Japan, the first time I took a train from Maryland to New York, so I can take the plane from New York to Japan, because it's cheaper to leave from a major city compared to like some small city, like if I was to leave from BWI in Baltimore, Maryland. So set price alerts so you can be alerted for when a ticket for any country, maybe it's Japan, goes to the price that you have set. Next, moving on to the free part. So when I first came to Japan, I first bought the plane tickets, and then I decided, like, wait a minute, what am I going to do in Japan? Where am I going to live? So this is where things get interesting. So did you know that you can live in countries all around the world, Japan included, for absolutely free, as well as have free food? Yes, it's possible. This is exactly what I did coming to Japan. So there are multiple websites and companies that connect travelers to small businesses and families all around the world who are looking for volunteers to help out with their business or their family chores or something like that. In exchange for you helping out these businesses or these families for just a few hours, like 3 hours a day or 4 hours, like I don't know, just a few hours a day, or sometimes just a few hours a week, you can have a free place to sleep and free food. So this is exactly how I came to Japan. There are 3 main services where I've met people who have used these services. I used workaway.info, but there's also Woof. Woof is WWOOF, and this one is more specific for organic farming. So if you sign up with Woof, most likely you will be volunteering at a business somewhere around the world. doing something related to organic farming. Maybe it's actually physically out there on the farm. Sometimes it's like just marketing their services. Like the services are endless. The third one is HelpX. So I've met just a handful of people who have done HelpX, but HelpX seems the exact same as workaway.info. So I do not have personal experience with Woof and HelpX, but I do have friends who, like close friends who have used Woof and friends who have used HelpX. I highly recommend workaway.info because that is the one that I use. And again, all of these services, all of these businesses do is that after you pay for the subscription, there is a small fee. I think you can pay for just a month. Oh, I have it right here in my infographic. Let me check. Membership is $29 a year for a single person or $38 a year for a couple or two friends. This is for workaway.info only. So after you pay the membership fee, you get access to a database of businesses and companies all around the world. All you have to do is click the country that you want to go to, the city that you want to go to, and see how many businesses that need help in that area. When you find a business where you want to work at, all you have to do is just contact them, and on the business profile, it will have times where you can come and like volunteer. And then you just wait for them to contact you back. I think the businesses can also contact you, but I think the best approach is to be proactive and to contact them first. Woof is a little bit different in that every country has its own separate Woof page. So I think if you pay for a subscription for Woof in Japan, you can't use that same subscription for a different country. So that kind of sucks, but it's still a way for you to get into the country and live there for free. Someone in the live stream asked, how long can you stay and volunteer? This is all dependent upon the business that you're working for. You have to, after they communicate, after they contact you, after you contact them, then they contact you, you guys work out with how long. You tell them how long you plan to be in Tokyo for. Many people I know, they'll stay in like different cities around Japan, so they can travel all throughout Japan, and they'll stay at each place for maybe like a week or 3 days. But you have to work out when, like, how long you want to stay at their business. And sometimes they'll like they'll host you for the entire 3 months. So if you're coming from the US, your tourist visa, on a tourist visa, your tourist visa is only for 3 months. I was lucky again because the place I worked in a guest house. I volunteered in a guest house. And the guest house, they sponsored me for, they didn't sponsor me, but they allowed me to volunteer for my entire 3 months there. And then when my visa was expiring, my tourist visa was expiring, I went to Guam for like a few days, and then I came back to Japan and I volunteered again for like an extra month and a half or so. Workaway.info and HelpX, you can be volunteering with anything. You can be helping like babysit kids, you can be helping with like just cleaning houses, or like maybe it's business help, marketing. And oh, by the way, when you sign up to these websites, I can only speak for Workaway, you have to put in the skills that you can offer. So it can be like IT, graphic design. This is perfect for building experience for when you go back home. You can put this on your resume. With workaway.info and HelpX, you can be doing a variety of services or tasks, but with Woof, it's mainly geared towards organic farming. After I signed up with Workaway and I got the position, the volunteer position to work in this guest house, like I said before, I worked in a guest house for like in total like 4.5 months. And so many of the places, so Workaway, Woof, and HelpX, most of them offer like a free place to sleep, like a free bed, and they give you food as well. So this is how I came to live in Japan for absolutely free. I had a free bed to sleep. I just volunteered a few hours every week, and yeah, I didn't have to pay for anything. The only thing I had to pay for was food. With all of the other services, Workaway, Woof, and HelpX, all of them say that the volunteer boss person, family, their business, they're going to give you a free bed to sleep and food. But my Workaway, like my boss, she was like really stingy, guys. Like, I don't want to talk badly about her, and I was thinking about making a video because like some crazy stuff happened in that guest house. She skimped on so many things, guys. Like, I think if I was to report her to Workaway, she probably will get her profile revoked. I don't even know if what I'm saying right now is too much, but I will tell you guys how to get around that later. Maybe in a separate video, I will tell you guys how to eat really, really cheaply in Japan. But all of my other friends and people who I've met who have done Workaway, HelpX, and Woof, they always talk about getting free food as well. And they always say like their experience was what made way better than my experience. Like, my experience wasn't bad at all, but she was just like really stingy. But these are all things that you will communicate with the person before you sign up. So if you want free food and like your boss will not give you free food, then you can change to like some other business. I can highly recommend Workaway because it really saved my butt, because I really wanted to be in Japan but I didn't know how. I didn't have that much money. I only had enough money for the plane ticket. In another video, I will show you guys how you can eat very cheaply and get the authentic Japanese experience while you're here in Japan being cheap. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like more information on this topic, how you can come to Japan on a dime and save money, and how you can like get the full Japanese experience while saving money and all that jazz, please check out the infogram in the description box. I worked super hard on it. And if there's more information you would like to know, please ask your questions in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and hit that bell notification so you know every time I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys again next time. Bye!